It's Sayin. Fires on the move. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Wants to fire on second down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. How efficient have they as they extend this lead here.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing down by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
Nope.
Time to take a shot. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. They've got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Takes a hit as he fires. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
And you thought maybe in this second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take advantage of this defense, but the defense has really had their number, not putting up a lot of points, and again, an empty possession right there.
Punt is on its way. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Time winding down in the quarters, they come to the line. Looking to move the chains, they throw it complete to the left. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. And the kicking team's going to call a timeout. already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Has to get there to move the sticks. The Buckeyes get enough for the 1st down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Nice route, nice catch by this receiver. What's important for a quarterback throwing the in route to a guy in the slot?
Well, I think he has to have great timing, and I think the receiver needs to get his right depth so that they know exactly where each other is going to be and when the ball is going to be in the air. These two have outstanding timing with one another.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is in the air. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly to the tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the big fella.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Yeah, he gets the 1st down, and I tell you what, these are the guys you like to go to. Throw those big-body tight ends with the sure mitts over the middle of the field where you know you can get a high percentage throw. Nice catch, nice 1st down.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Noles line it up with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Castellanos. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Seminoles. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
24, Florida State, 14.
Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, just what the defense's doctor ordered. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Let's talk about having one foot in the grave. This was almost over. They're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter, and they got the football. Thank goodness they're choosing to throw the football, not run the clock. Man, we needed that pick. Now it's the offense's turn to go out and make something happen.
Caught over the middle. It's Pittman. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Makes his man miss. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. The Seminoles with the 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Pittman. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Boy, do they need this field goal here in the 4th to get back to within 1 score. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. So look at this. They're going to opt for the field goal to try to make it a 1-score game. And they can get it to a 1-score game here, but they'll still need the ball back. It is good. Down to a 1-possession game, 24-17.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The hands team able to secure that football, and with that, should have secured a victory.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Buys a little time. He's turning it loose into the middle. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.